Alrighty then. Intro song done. Transition done. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Neon Podcast. Here we are, episode 43. I hope I changed the number. I hope we're on episode 43. I assume that we are.
43, really?
Yeah, I know,
Damn.
right? Dude, I said episode 43 in my phone because I have an iPhone. It went off because I think it said I said hi Siri, hey Siri. Anyways, welcome everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. Um, This week I'm joined by two lovely individuals per usual, or most of usual. Yeah, usual is the right word. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, everyone should know Kemp by now. I hope Kemp.
You better fucking know me.
And returning guest from a long time ago, Kat. How you doing, Kat?
Hi, surviving.
Cool, cool. Surviving. Dude, it's been like legit like over like a year and a half since we've been on podcast. Like I say that like before podcast, but I just want that on record.
Yeah. It'd been a hot minute.
Indeed, indeed. Oh my gosh. Anyways, so in random news, two parts of random news, right? Um, I went out to buy wine as a gift today for a friend's birthday, and I went, "Wow, I'm an adult. I'm buying bottled nice alcohol for friends as a gift." I've never done that in my life.
I feel like that starts with like when you hit 40 though. Like I feel like why did you get them a nice bottle of alcohol?
I
Is your
mean,
friend an alcoholic?
I mean,
Or
so
that?
I mean, it was wine, so I mean, it's slightly classier alcohol. I don't know, but like
Is
that's
your friend a classy
What
alcoholic?
kind of wine though?
Moscato.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know how to. I'm not an alcohol connoisseur, not even close to wine. But it's like I asked those like, what do you guys want? You guys want anything? Because it's like we're celebrating two people's birthdays because they're split over the week, but we're celebrating them together. And it's like, what do you guys want? And we're like Moscato. All right. Yep, you say so. That's what you're gonna get.
It's a party.
Exactly, exactly. And I was like, I was like going through Bevmo, and I was just like, Moscato, and I realized it's in the complete other aisle. I was in the wrong aisle for like 10 minutes. And I don't know how to read labels, so that was funny.
Did you have to ask a worker?
No, I figured it out eventually.
Oh, okay.
I realized,
It's fine.
yeah, I realized there was more than one aisle for wine. Then I went, ooh, yeah, I'm gonna go look around more. And then I finally found. Then I went, okay, now I just gotta pick which one seems like a decent enough one to give as a
You
gift.
just have to use your eyes and not your mouth, like
All right, Joe Coy, calm down.
Yeah, don't be a Karen, dude.
What do you mean? That's not a Karen thing. Did your like
No,
mom not
I'm
say
saying
that?
don't be a Karen. Like don't like look with your mouth.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, exactly.
Like, use your eyes.
Yeah. And then in other news, so that was today. I went after work to go buy some wine. And then other news, like uh if you follow me on social media, mostly just Snap and IG, I posted on my stories. Dude, my friend who works at Twitch introduced me to Kev Jumba's Twitch stream. I didn't know he streamed at all, but like he
He
plays.
streams?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then I was like, there's like, dude, you should play. You play Smash, right? I'm like, yeah. And then they were like, dude, come join. And then, um, yeah, ended up playing Smash with them last night. It was super fun. They were like, dude, hey, Misfit, freaking Wilfred, thanks for the follow, man. But yeah, there was playing, and they're like, because my friend who works at Twitch was like, oh, dude, he's probably like a pro gamer. And they're like, dude, they were like, I didn't say anything about how good I was. They were just assumed from my friend who works at Twitch. He was like, dude, he's probably really good. So everyone was like, and there was like a bug where I couldn't join the first lobby. They're like, dude, we want to see you play, man. They're like, I was like, who's hyping me up? I've said nothing. And then I go into the first game, and like it was just a free for all, and it's like pretty casual. But they're like, I won. Everyone's like, ooh, the newcomer on his first game. I'm just like, stop it.
No, it's good. Now you got your name in there.
I
That's really
know,
cool.
I know. It's like now I have my name in there. I made a name for myself, and I went, ooh, ooh. And then my friend gifted me a sub, and I was like, all right, I'm part of the community now. This is gonna be a community I'm gonna be gaming with for the long run. So you guys
So
should join
cool.
too. I didn't know he joined. I
Wait,
didn't.
what's his stream?
Cyber Muse. Cyber Muse. Cyber Muse.
Is he like trying to separate his like streaming with what he's known for, or
I have no idea. To be honest, I have no idea. I think it's more of just a community thing. Like I said, I have no idea. But it's like his community is still like relatively small. He averages like 30 to 40 viewers. I'm just like, dude,
Mm.
I'm in there, dude. Small tight knit communities, and then they're gonna grow. So I'm like, and he has like a pretty like solid schedule too. Like he plays Smash on Wednesdays, Rocket League on Thursdays, and then other stuff for like other days. He has a schedule. So I'm like, it's really cool.
Oh,
So Wednesdays I'll now be playing Smash with them. So
That's insane.
yeah. And I'll watch. There's gonna be like that one friend like watching the podcast right now. He's like, "Who the hell's Kev Jumba?"
True, but if you didn't know Kev Jumba, like you weren't a real Asian. There's no way.
He's too young for you. She's too young for you, man. You don't know who Kemp Jumba? Too young for you.
Huh?
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. If someone
Oh.
didn't know who Kemp Jumba was,
Oh, if they didn't know, yeah. Also,
yo,
he was such a big part of like the community.
Muffin Club, thanks
You
for the
know?
follow. Sashi K, what's up?
Muffin! Hi,
Hello,
Muffin.
hello.
Hi,
So,
Sashi.
yeah. So like, it's interesting. Like, I wasn't expecting that. I was watching my friend, Sashi, thanks for the follow. I was just watching my friend stream because he was streaming his perspective for the Smash games, right? And I was like, dude, follow this guy. Check out this channel. I went, okay, I checked it out. I'm like, wait, this is Kev Jumba. I didn't even know because they're all on comms and he's like talking, and I was like, I couldn't tell it was his voice, obviously. And then I joined to follow his channel. I was like, oh man. And then yeah, that's where I am now. So that's where it's at.
That's insane. I'm just like so shook that he moved to Twitch. Like honestly, I'm still like starstruck, I guess.
I feel like that's a transition now. I feel like if you're not already like hard committed to YouTube, I think people are just going over to Twitch. Sashi K, thanks for stopping by. If you're gonna sleep, thank you. Yeah.
Oh, have a good night, Sashi. Thanks for dropping by.
All right. So yeah, that was my past 2 days. Literally the past 2 days. How about you guys? How have you guys been the past literal 2 days?
Bro, I've been home.
yeah, I've been at home. I watched a karaoke stream today with Gura.
Ooh, a karaoke stream?
Yeah, dude. Is it
Did you
Gura?
participate in it?
No, dude. I was just listening to her sing.
You should have asked if he could sing too, bro.
Dude, we sing in our hearts when we watch those streamers.
Yeah, I was definitely saying that. Right?
That's fair.
Sing
Dude,
in
I
my
want to
heart.
do a Twitch Sings stream. I think it would be fun to do before it actually closes or whatever.
Oh yeah.
When do you know when it's getting taken down?
I have no idea.
Hmm.
So basically, Twitch Sings is like, I don't know how to explain it well because I've never like seen it or participated, obviously. But I think it's just like you have random streamers be featured, and then they'll sing a song that's either requested or by choice, and then it's like basically like mini raids all over the site and for
Oh.
people. So I think that's how it works. I'm not 100% sure. I could be wrong. Kat, do you know how it works?
Honestly, I'm just there to have a good time. I never tried to do a party.
Oh yeah, okay.
Just wants
You
to
know,
sing.
I'm just a lone wolf. Like, yeah, no, I'm not entirely sure. I know that, like, I did it once with my friend, and I actually met a couple people from streaming, and I still talk to one of them.
Ooh.
Like that he like consistently does Twitch things, but he does other games too on his Twitch. But yeah, he's the only one that I feel like would know the like from the people that I know that actually knows like the I guess you could say meta of like Twitch things.
The meta of Twitch things.
Yeah, because I'm not actually sure how like the dynamic is actually, but they're all really friendly. That's all I've noticed. Like, yeah, they're very nice.
Yeah, I feel like just like you said, it's like Twitch things. I feel like is a very wholesome and positive like type of environment because it's like you know, like people wouldn't go up there and sing if they didn't want to, and then everyone's just so
Exactly.
encouraging. Like I love that part of like Twitch communities, man. Like it's so nice to have such a positive environment to just talk and chill and just you know have the streams on and open. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's great. It's great. Like freaking, oh my gosh, like so I was in Cat stream the other day. Jeez, I drop in every so often when I can. Dude, your
Hmm.
community, like even dropping by like right now, they're so nice.
I know. I am so thankful for my community. I am very glad. Like
Yo,
I have been
Muffin, thanks
blessed.
for the host. Yo, see, Muffin's already hosting, dude. This is your
Yeah.
community.
Yeah, I'm really blessed, like with like the best community. I can't complain. Like I'm so thankful.
Yeah, well, that's what's up. That's what's up. I mean, Kemp, you used to watch streamers a lot, right? Didn't you watch like Scara and them a lot too before back in the day?
No.
I still watch
So
Scar. Yeah,
um
Scar.
mm,
Hi.
yeah, I mean I started watching again, but I actually only clung to one streamer. Her name was Carrie Autumn. She's an inactive streamer now, but growing up, that's who I watched because she was another girl who played League of Legends and she was diamond. Like she was like everything I aspired to be like when I was 16,
Nice.
you know? Like and yeah, she was like my role model and yeah, that's the only person I watched. And then and she when she quit, I actually left Twitch as well
No.
for a long period of time, for years, like maybe 4. And then I tried to get back into it, but it just didn't have like I think the thing I love about Twitch is the community, like the feeling of being part of the community. And I wasn't getting that from like watching bigger streamers.
Right. No, I get that.
So yeah,
Uh,
it's just like a mob of people, honestly. Like that's what chat looks like, you know?
yeah, but
Yeah.
I think like Fusely, I don't know if you guys
Oh yeah.
ever watch her, but she's a great like big streamer. Like I find that maybe it's just the guys, they just want to play video games, but I like the girls, like watching the girls like interact with
Like
the community because it makes us actually feel like a
Fusely,
community.
right? Fusely?
Yeah,
Like Leslie?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Like her and Quarter Jade, I drop by a lot too. I would want to drop by Valkyrie's too. It's just that she streams on YouTube. Like
Oh yeah,
it's
because
just not
everyone's
the
split
same.
up on different platforms, right?
I know, it's so weird.
Mhm.
I don't know. Anyone that streams on YouTube, like I get why they move over to it, but I just it's not as appealing to me to watch through that.
Oh, I actually really like I actually really like YouTube's
Oh, really?
their UI.
How come?
You can like you can pause the stream, you can rewind the stream, and
Oh, like right on the dot?
yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's the one thing about like YouTube. Like if the streamer enables it, you can go back and like if you want to watch the same clip over and over again that just happened live, you can do that. That's pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
and I just fast
Oh.
forward back
Live.
to live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to do that a lot when LCS was streamed on YouTube too.
Yeah, exactly.
That was like
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
I used to like watch LCS on Twitch, and then like when I moved to YouTube, it was like a lot better. And then like I just turned off chat because I mean YouTube doesn't even have a chat enabled for LCS, so yeah, I
right,
just didn't
right.
care about chat. Because I think like the big thing for Twitch with me was watching Twitch chat, and then and when I stopped caring about Twitch chat, YouTube
A lot
was
better.
better for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I would like Twitch chat and I guess YouTube chat was nice for like when there was like a big play and you can see like everyone's reactions or just like in general for any size stream. But
Yeah,
then if it was just like regular streaming and you know nothing too exciting is going on or like nothing funny is going on, you know, it's just there. Especially for like the bigger streams, it's just words passing by. So,
yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah. Most of the time, I only care about the streamer anyway. So
true.
Yeah.
True. And I just found out recently, like how you said, like Valkyrie is on YouTube. Dude, I didn't realize Toast is on Facebook.
Yeah, which is even worse.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry, but it is. And
No,
the thing I don't like about Facebook streaming is there's no anonymity.
so yeah, yep.
You know? Like I don't mind how do you say it? But like I just don't like how your full name is shown. Like if you had like a nickname or something, I
Right,
think it'd be
right.
fine. But the fact that your actual full name is shown, like it's just too sus. Like
Cool.
I,
No, I get you. Our
I
census. Thanks for the host too, man. Y'all hosting tonight? You guys are crazy. But yeah, I know what you mean. That's why I switched over from Facebook over to Twitch. Like Facebook is also just a little bit too much. It's like there's too much they're trying to do, and it's just not optimized in my opinion. Like at least compared to Twitch and YouTube. So that's
yeah.
why I switched over.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Toast. Like I love you, but I can't watch it. And then the fact that like they have like a subscription type of thing too, like on Facebook streaming, and I was like, I would never, like like I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I
Speaking
will
of,
I will say though, there have been a couple times where I was procrastinating for homework, and sometimes when there is a Facebook Live, I will watch it for a little bit, just because I'm procrastinating.
Gotcha, gotcha. That makes yeah. I don't know. What are some other platforms? Like I've never used Mixer. Did you guys ever watch streams on Mixer by any chance?
Nope.
All right, cool. Then we're done here.
Next topic.
Next topic. We're done. We're done. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, I think just like what you said, like just like the community aspect, I think, I didn't want to be one of those hypocrites that, I'll stream for myself and then not support um anyone else's stream for that matter.
Mhm.
So I was like, I made it very transparent to both myself and to like all my friends and people who like I interact with, is that if I was gonna stream on Twitch and make it a more consistent thing, obviously I have podcast Among Us Mondays and then my random streams throughout the week. Is that I'm gonna support my friends and like people that support me on Twitch. That's why I was like, dude, friggin' I'll sub to you guys. It's freaking Kat, Gerard, Neil, and then like people with nice communities. My friend gifted me the sub to like Kemp, so I'm just like that's why I'm like I'm gonna be more active on Twitch. I just want to like be positive and make new friends. Like the backstory. I think I told this last week, Kemp, where I was on. Oh, was it Justin's? Yeah, where I was. I was on the gaming live streaming community before Twitch was a thing. I was originally on Justin.tv.
Oh
JTV.
my.
I was
The
one.
OG
Yeah,
OG.
yeah.
Oh
I
my
was. Yeah,
god.
I was
Your
like.
age is really showing, dude.
Dude, good. Too young. Too young for me. Too young for me.
you're throwing some boomer words at me.
I know.
Justin.
I'm like, I don't. Oh my god. Like, I just recognize that because one of these boomers that I know explained that to me. So
I must be too young for you.
Yeah, so I was originally on JTV and I had like there wasn't a huge Smash community, but I was part of the Smash community back then. And we played like cross national online small like friendly tournaments and stuff, like people from Texas, Michigan, Chicago. Obviously I was one of the few people from LA, Toronto, Vancouver, and like all across like North America, which was really cool. And like everyone was really young back then. We were like everyone was like high school, like a few college students. I was probably one of the younger ones on the platform and stuff like that. But obviously, once that community started getting busy and stopped streaming, I stopped caring about the streaming community too. And then that's why I didn't really care when Twitch became a thing, and I didn't really watch streams, except for maybe like competitive stuff like LCS or whatever. And but I tried streaming when I came back after college. Obviously, that wasn't as consistent or worked out as well. But 2020 I think was the end. This most recent part is like it makes me happy to be back and start building a community of my own and with friends and stuff like that, meeting new people. So I'm glad to be back on Twitch. That's my little spiel, dude. Fucking JTV, dude. What a boomer. Just age myself.
Is JTV still it's not a thing
yeah.
anymore, right?
It is
I thought
still
that's like,
it's
no way.
it's still a thing. I think people just stream like TV shows and stuff on it now or
Oh, okay.
whatever. Dude,
Really?
okay.
ATV?
Yeah, just search it up. I know it still exists. It still exists. I know it is. I know it
What?
does.
I'm looking at a jewelry website right now.
Maybe
Hold on.
I'm maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
I
I could
think
be
you're
wrong.
wrong.
I don't know. I thought it still existed. I could be wrong. Is it
Oh, yeah, I think
JTV?
you're
I
wrong.
don't know. They might have shortened it. Anyways, um, dude. All right. Also, random tangent about JTV. JTV was also the reason because they didn't just have like gaming ones, right? They also had like there's a whole community of just TV shows of just like people doing reruns and stuff like that. That was the whole reason I watched the entirety of Bleach and the entirety of Dragon Ball Z.
Oh
Because I
my
watched I
god.
watched it on Twitch stream or
So
JTV streams because I had nothing better to do.
I'm freaking dead, dude.
so Justin.tv, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
Justin.
dissolved in 2014.
Okay, I don't know. Maybe it's JTV.
2014. You're actually a boomer, Neuron, and you
Yeah,
thought
you're
it still
actually a
existed?
fucking
Hello?
boomer,
No, no,
dude.
no. I swear. All right, I don't know. JTV. I don't know. Forget it. Forget it. It dissolved when Twitch became a thing, obviously. But yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I was like, all
True.
right. Because like how I said I was super young in the community, right? I was still in middle school. Like I just turned 13 when I was still in the when I was playing Smash with everybody.
Yeah,
So
that is definitely middle school year right there.
yeah, yeah.
So your boomer is showing, man. The dementia's right there, dude.
Wait a minute. I'm just as I'm the same age as actually I'm younger than you. I just happen to be
Uh,
on the internet a lot.
the times are now, old man, dude.
Is that the Malcolm in the Middle reference? Dude, did you just do a Malcolm in the Middle reference, dude? Are you telling me I'm a boomer? Oh hell no.
I was gonna say, I'm like, that's also really boomer. I'm the youngest one here, so like I recognize, Malcolm in the Middle, but I'm not gonna lie, I never finished it like from start to finish. So is it
Yeah.
worth my time?
No.
I never actually watched all of it, but like
Yeah, I just
I
watched
I,
it if it
enjoy,
was on TV.
yeah, I enjoyed it when it was on TV.
Yeah, because for us, anyways, it was just like one of the local TV shows they would play every night, and like I'll just watch it if it was on.
Yeah,
So,
dude.
oh my god, you actually just pulled that on stream, dude. I'm sorry. Okay, okay. That was a fun little tangent. I don't even think we'll talk about friggin' Costco anymore, man. We'll talk about that another day.
Yeah, that's another day for another podcast.
Yeah, forget that, dude. We're just gonna go straight into like the serious stuff, more or less. So, um, let's see. Today's podcast topic is would you do it all again? This is more of like a follow-up to last week's podcast with Justin was how big is your world, where we talk about like how we view the world, what's what shaped us and how we value ourselves relative to the rest of the world, right? So now that at least me and Kemp talked about that last week, now we're just going to talk about not just how we view ourselves relative to the world, but we're going to view ourselves relative to ourselves and our potential selves. And that I feel like that's a really big question because obviously, we can talk about life decisions and going back and what could be, what could have happened, what did actually happen. So there's just a lot to unpack, and we'll go through that throughout the entire night. We got a lot of time tonight to talk about all these different things. So, I mean, for you guys, I'm just gonna open up with this broad question, like when you hear the phrase "Would you do it all again?" What comes to your mind when you hear that?
Mm,
Right?
I wish you'd be like more specific, but
Um, for me, like when I hear that, I just think like, period. Would you do it all again? Like, would you do um your life all again? Especially when it's this broad. Like, I would just think like life in general is what it would be referring to.
Okay. Okay. Camp, you do you want a more specific scenario?
no, I'm just gonna answer with a no. That's the first thing that comes to my head when you ask me that question.
That's fair. That's fair.
Though that's fair.
That's no.
that's gonna be a hard
Yeah, like
no.
if
Don't y'all know? It is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like things I change here and there, you know. Like I wouldn't want to do everything over again, you know.
Right. So, I think All right. So let me be a little bit more specific in this question then. So I don't know if you guys have been asked this question before. Like the more specific version is, if you went back in time as a kid, right? You're like newborn, whatever, and you have your first memories.
A newborn or are we a kid?
A
There's a
kid, a
difference,
kid, a kid.
bro.
Obviously you can't remember. Most kids don't remember, before like the age of 2 or whatever, right? Or the age of 3. I don't know,
Alright.
right? So let's say you go back in time, back to your infant self, and what toddler self,
Mhm.
but you knew everything you do right now, like as your current self right now in 2020. Like, would
Ooh.
you? Right? It's like with all the knowledge that you have of however old you are, would you go back and and do the exact same decisions and actions, knowing that you have all this knowledge of what life you lived up to that current point? So would you do it all again with the same knowledge?
No.
Ooh.
So no,
Um,
no,
What?
as in you wouldn't do it all again, like you wouldn't go back and do that, or no, you wouldn't do the things the same way.
I would not do the same things.
Okay, okay. I want to. All right. Looks like you seem pretty sure in your answer. You wanna go
like
further
you
into this?
wouldn't sorry, you wouldn't do the same things?
Yeah, like I probably wouldn't do like the same like exact things, you know?
True. It's like a
You know,
choice
like
game. Like you would never go back and do the same choices if you
it,
already knew
it's yeah, it's
you wouldn't
it's like a flow chart, you know, like if you know what's gonna happen, you can just go to the point where you don't want to redo something and then pick a different choice.
Mhm.
Yeah, like I wouldn't wanna live the same flow chart ever again.
Right. So that's an interesting point because it's like this is with the same knowledge, right, that you have,
Yeah.
and would that mean you would tackle situations differently because you have that adult mindset growing up as a kid, or you would
Yes.
you would still try to attack life a little bit more blind and um, try out just a different path just because you know what happened previously.
I mean, like you're always gonna be like blind to some extent.
Oh, right,
So
true,
yeah. So I can't be like omniscient.
true.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I'd probably like pick like a different choice. Probably something like for me, something that I always thought about like doing over, like when asked this question was I wanted to go like farther away for college.
Mm.
Yeah, like I went to Irvine, UC Irvine. That's like about like 40 minutes away from where I live, or
Okay.
like my hometown, or not my hometown, but like like where I grew up.
Hmm.
So like I think I would have wanted to like go further away, like maybe like out of state, out of country for college,
That's
and
Ooh,
fair.
then like see where that makes me end up.
that's a good one. That's a good one. That was actually gonna be one of my subtopics I talked about earlier, but you already talked about it. It was just
Oh, sorry.
yeah,
Well,
no,
you
no,
can
you're
talk
good.
about
You're
it
good.
now.
Yeah, let's talk about it
But
now. Let's
yeah,
let's
the
not go.
example
Let's not go
I
too
was
far
gonna use is
back.
something similar.
Oh, go
So
go you go cat, you go then.
well, I was just gonna yeah, I had so I when I was applying to uni, I only applied to 2 schools. I got into both, and they were the 2 top choices I wanted to go, but I decided to go with the other one because it was closer to home, and, like, I just I feel like the other, uh, school that I was thinking of going to, that I didn't end up choosing was, like I think I should have taken the bigger step and stepped out of my comfort zone. It's just that I got accepted into that university for psychology, and I got accepted in the other university for sciences. And I was like, I don't know, like I grew up with the mentality like, oh, art degrees get you nothing. So why would I ever like? Why should I pursue psychology? Like I know it's something that I like want deep down, but it felt like it was the wrong choice if I was to choose that school because I would have had to basically force myself to, or not force myself, but I would just enable like or accept the fact that um I'd be getting into a psych major. And I think one of the biggest things for me is like I noticed this with myself for a lot of things. I'm a very all or nothing person. So
I see.
I I don't like changing my mind. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what, let's just do it. And then we're doing it 100%. Like I'm not going to be a 50-50 person. It's just it has to be all in or all
Is it
out.
like
And I don't
is,
it's a problem.
is it like a more like all in person or like more like a stubborn problem?
I think both. I'm a Taurus, so I
I don't.
always refer to that because that's what I remember from astrology, but
I'm
I
like,
don't actually think
I'm like, what does
I
that
don't
mean?
believe in it.
What does that mean?
Yeah,
What does
I'm
that
not
mean?
I'm not actually one of those people who like hardcore believe in astrology, but I do think some like it's just super general. But like Tauruses are very stubborn, and you know, I'm very stubborn, and I think it just relates to everything that I do in life. Like I was literally playing TFT earlier with some friends, and I was getting coached, and he was like, "Do this, do this, do this," and I was like, "Really?" But I feel like this, you know, like.
Oh, so
I
it's,
mean,
it's
it
it's
was
a
just
it's
like
a
a
little mix
constant
of
thing.
both then. So it's a little bit of both.
Yeah,
Okay, that's fair.
like I am very stubborn, so yeah, I'm a very all or nothing person.
That's interesting. Like, I wouldn't say I didn't think of you as that type of person. Just 'cause obviously I don't know you like that well. But I mean, like, I could see what you mean when you're doing stuff like that. I mean, I wouldn't say it's necessarily a bad trait, but I think like starting off, I think it's good to have that that hard-headedness and at least taking the first step and taking initiative. That's fine. And then afterwards, depending what you do, that everything's scenario based. But I think that's how I see things anyways.
No,
Because it's
Uh,
like,
uh,
yeah, go ahead,
I
go
just
ahead.
don't know how to
but
chill. Like I'm like so I don't know. I'm just like I'm a literal bull. Like I have no chill. No, like I don't know how else to describe it. That's just how I am.
yeah, I definitely think it's in most cases it's better to make a choice than like not to make a choice at all. So
Yeah, that's why
like
that's why like for me, like I wouldn't say I'm the opposite of Cat, but I would say I'm always like the middle ground where unless I'm super super sure about something, I'm always on the 50-50. I'm like, should I do this? Should I not do this? Um,
nah,
but like and then like even if I do want to do something, it takes me forever to commit to that decision. Like,
yeah, I hate that shit.
yeah, Kemp knows I do that, dude. So they know that just freaking it's like it took me 2 months to decide to buy a freaking jacket, dude.
Yeah, dude, I
Oh,
hate that shit.
yeah.
Like
It's pretty
I'm
bad.
Yeah. I think
yeah,
yeah. Holy
I'm
moly. I wish I was like that.
No, no,
no,
you don't. No, you
In
no, you
don't.
some
definitely don't.
cases.
So okay,
In
yeah,
Oh yeah,
some
I mean, yeah,
cases.
some cases, sure.
I mean, I
Okay.
feel I feel like that just happens for everything. There's always some cases where it's good to be have that type of mentality in any in a specific situation. So it's like you can't be optimal in every situation, like
Yeah,
regardless, right? I mean, that's just how
Yeah.
it is.
yeah, I'd rather be like Cat and like pull the trigger. I am like I am more like Cat actually, if I had to say.
Yeah. No, I think you are. I think you're closer to
Yeah,
Cat than you are to me for sure.
yeah, I definitely grew into that kind of person.
That's good. That's good. So going back to like the uni stories, right? About like secondary level of education. Like
Mhm.
like how you guys said you would pick a different school. I don't think
Mhm.
I would pick a different school, but I think I would do things differently in terms of how I navigated college, anyways.
Ooh,
Um,
good
yeah,
point. Good point.
yeah, because it's like I was, wouldn't say like hard headed, but I was pretty set on what kind of like extracurriculars I wanted to do in at Berkeley, right? I was part of Key Club in high school, so I was like, dude, it's natural for me, and I was like, I enjoyed it, so it was natural for me to go into Circle K, which is like the collegiate version of Key Club in volunteering and service club, and it was really fun, honestly, like it was a good time, but for me, I think what I would have wanted to change would have been trying out different organizations and meeting different people. Like I was honestly I wouldn't say socially awkward, but I would say I was scared to reach out and branch out to things that I didn't know and like, be the new guy in any situation that I wasn't particularly comfortable in. I think knowing now that I just don't care about some people's opinions now, and how I want to navigate life. It's just I wish I could go back and at least change and like try out meet different people and go out of my way to try new things, which I didn't do as much as I probably could have when I was in uni. So yeah, I feel like I could have lived life a little bit more um, when I was in uni. That's like so. That's my little piece about that.
Dang, I'm feeling inspired. I'm gonna get more involved in school now.
Good luck with COVID, kid.
uh,
Yeah, that's actually feels so bad. You try to, especially like this year, that feels so bad.
Yeah,
yeah.
I had something similar to Cat, where it's like I applied for like I didn't apply for like two schools. I applied for like a bunch of schools, but I got accepted into my top choice too, which was actually Berkeley. So that was like I would have really wanted to go to Berkeley if I could go
What?
back in time,
What made you not choose to go then?
because UCRM was closer, and I had to like compromise with with my parents, you know.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there would have been a parallel
Schooling is
universe.
expensive there.
Yo,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure, definitely expensive. Oh God, was it expensive?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm so sorry for you guys, honestly.
It's
I mean,
I
fine.
really
Yeah, we're
don't think
good.
education should be that
yeah,
or that expensive
It's
there.
not even just the education. It's just living there. Period. It's expensive.
Just living,
Just
period.
living.
Like
Yeah,
living in
yeah, yeah.
California, man.
Yeah, like the Bay Area, like all right, so here's a comparison. So like I was paying in my apartment, right, for, outside of my dorm, so my second, third and fourth year. I was paying 650 for a double that I was sharing, and then I live in a three-person apartment, so I shared the double for 650, and the person who had the single paid 850. And then I realized some of my other friends who are living in like in other schools are like LA or like Riverside or like way cheaper apartments. They're like, "Yeah, dude, I have a single for like 500." And I'm just like, "Bullshit, I'm so mad."
oh
I'm
no.
so mad. I was like, "You get a whole room for yourself and your monthly is significantly less than mine." I was kind of sad, but it's fine. Having a roommate gave me some life choices to make. So shout out to
Very similar here to or in Vancouver. Like the
Mhm.
cost of living is just so expensive. Like my friend, he just started renting I believe an apartment with his friend like down like near our school,
Mhm.
and he pays 950 Canadian dollars a month.
Ugh. Ugh.
Yeah. And I was like converting like your 650 USD, and that's 855 in Canadian. So it's not like too
Yeah,
far off, but it's still like it's freaking expensive, man. And that's 950 per person. I'm like, what the for a little apartment, dude, with two bedrooms. Like, why is that illegal?
I know. I mean,
it, sh-
uh,
it shouldn't be.
yeah. I mean, also it's like, at least with like I don't know how Canada's economy is, but like at least for us, you know, the housing in general, especially in the Bay Area, it just always gets more and more expensive. So I don't know
Yeah,
how it's inflated over the past 3 to 5 years. So I can't say if anymore, but yeah, that is not the business right there. Freaking Gerard in the chat, Canada. But yeah, so I mean that's college. I feel like that's the most. Well, Kat, you're technically still in school, yeah?
yeah. I'm kind of almost done.
Okay, and
I don't
then
know. It's like 2 or 3 more semesters, and that scares me. I was just telling Kemp that. The
oh,
idea of going into the real world, because I feel like I've been in school for so long that it's like a part of my personality almost. Like I don't know who I am without school.
It's okay.
ooh,
You can take your time.
yeah.
Well,
Yes,
uh,
yeah.
I think to a point, I feel like once you're going off to the real world, there's a point where you actually miss the the scheduling and like the freedom of not working full time and just not
Hmm.
having like as many responsibilities because everything like in college other than schoolwork I guess is technically optional. You don't have to meet up, you don't have to hang out with friends, you don't have to do your extracurriculars. You're literally just there to do education, and if you get through that then whatever, but you I feel like you'll get it down the line, but that'll be you'll get there when you get there.
That's right.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yes.
And like to add on to that, I think like okay, so I wanted to add on to or like talk about this a little bit, I guess in like a general sense.
Go for it.
But I think like I don't know about you guys, but do you guys think about your guys' future a lot, or do you guys take it just kind of one day at a time?
Oh man. Oh man. I could go. I could say so much about this. Kemp, do you want to go first though?
Me, okay, Tanya, okay, I'll go first. I don't really have too much to say. So I don't think like too far into the future. So I think about like maybe like
Oh,
Oh,
hello.
maybe like. Did we lose him?
We lost them,
We
boys.
lost him. He's not in the Discord channel.
Where'd he go?
Oh,
Where'd
where'd
he
he go? Oh, hold.
go?
There he is. There he is.
Oh,
He's
he's
back.
back.
What happened, dude?
He's
oh
back.
sorry, I guess there's like hamsters eating my internet cable.
Okay, so
Oh,
maybe like you were saying.
Oh wait, where did I cut off?
You were saying you don't think too far ahead in the future. You thought maybe like, and then a time frame.
Oh, wait, maybe like 3 years in advance. Yeah, other than that, I just like take it like one day at a time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, at least for me, I never really think life that far. 2 years, maybe at most. And I talked about this on like a previous podcast episode, multiple times, where it's like I set like small little milestones for myself. It's like I want to get a job, and then I'm like, all right, cool, now I got a secure job, and then I'm gonna get a car. I got a car, and then obviously I just want to do other things. I was like, what do I want to do with my car? It's like, do I want a road trip to Canada? Do I want to take it to a track? Like those are just like different bars and like milestones I want to hit. Same thing with like I want to travel to Japan eventually, and it's just small stuff like that. I don't really plan things out for the future, but when I was ending college, right, um, I I tried to think about it, but the more I thought about it, the more that my brain felt like it was getting fried. My heart was getting heavy that I wasn't good enough to get a job. I wasn't good enough to get that car and do the things that I wanted. And like I never set myself up in the long term. I wouldn't say I rarely do that, but I always tend to go with the flow and go where the current takes me, and hope for the best. And luckily for me, I don't know if it's just a personality wise, and I put enough work in, just to survive in the sense, but somehow, some way, like I said, luckily for me, that things just end up working out, in the long run. Um,
hmm
and it's hard for me to say like would I go back and do things again because my personality has never been a long-term foresight kind of person. Um, but when like even when I'm thinking about the future now, the more I think about the future, the more I can only look at the stuff in front of me. What's important to me and what I want to hold now and um, cherish and hold dear to me because it's like the people, the memories, and just the things that I'm doing, regardless of the situation with like COVID and stuff. It's just like I want I want to live more in the present as much as I can, rather than um, rather than think too much about the future. Because I feel like the more I look towards the future, obviously there's positives, but every time I look towards the future personally, it just gets hard for me because I start thinking about more of the struggles, and like the work. Obviously, like putting in work isn't a bad thing, but for me, it's just like to put all that work on top of what I'm already currently doing is on my mind. It weighs a lot. So
hmm
doesn't. I don't know if that answers your question per se, but like yeah, it's hard for me to look at the long term future outside of like maybe a year, 2 years max, which is still
hmm
long enough for really long in my case, anyways.
Yeah, I'm like similar in that I think of like vibes like checkpoints or like goal oriented stuff.
hmm
Hmm. Oh snap! Oh darn it! Sorry, my stream just blipped. All right, sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. Yeah, mine. I think you actually described it perfectly, Neuron. Like how I. That's pretty much how I feel. Like thinking about the future in like trying to set myself in a long-term way, it doesn't bode well with me just because I start to get really anxious and I start to doubt myself a lot. So I try to just take things one day at a time.
Yeah, it's more like, I mean, like it's more like for me, like why should I like why should I like think that far in advance and then like I'm not even sure what's gonna happen, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's the biggest thing is like nothing is actually
Yeah,
uh
like
like guaranteed, right?
yeah, anything could happen, you know?
Exactly.
Right, right. I think yeah, that's why it's I'm glad you brought that up, Kat. Like looking towards the future, because for me, that's why um I wanted to talk about this topic in like this podcast as a whole because I said like I want to live in the present, right? And like I think about all the decisions I made now and who I am at this current point, and I go similar to how I think about the future and it's like what could done differently, what could I do better, or what could have changed. Then I go think about the present now and what I could have done in the past. And that was the reason why I wanted to bring up this topic. It's like very similar in the situation of could I have done this differently? Could I have done this better? Was it was it worth it? And would I go back? And then like I'll get into that a little bit deeper later, but I'm glad you brought that up because the future is for me is like fucking terrifying.
Yeah, I think it is for a lot of people. And I know that there's like some aspects where people would be like, "Oh, I just want to skip to the future where I'm like secure and stuff." But like there's so many things that can
Yeah.
change. Like you'll think that you know something, but you don't actually.
You know,
Really.
everyone wants to be like secure and stuff, but it's just like you have to like work for it. Like you're not just gonna like get given security.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. Because it's like, everyone always thinks there's like the quick route to something because they'll see someone successful do one thing and they might be like the one in a million or one in like very slim, like 100,000, right? To have a successful life doing that singular thing. And then everyone wants to follow that model, even though because it's so rare, it's not going to work out for 99% of the people who try it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's like that's why I think people have this like I guess the term would be romanticizing like the dream path of minimal effort, maximum gain. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like I wanted to do stuff like that, and I realized no, I don't think I would be able to be that type of person. And you realize, even with the most successful people on like any platform, that you realize they put in a lot of time, a lot of effort for what they do, and it's like, you know, I think in our mentality, at least for our generation, like I don't want to speak for you guys, or I don't want to speak as like as a whole, but I think generally speaking, I get the idea that a lot of my generation, if you're not already hardworking as like a kid and it's not instilled in you, installed, what are you, a fucking computer? Instilled in you as like growing up and constantly hardworking and that's the type of person you are, that especially like people like me that I struggle with um trying to constantly improve in myself, you know what I mean, and constantly working to be a better person for the future that we aspire and dream of. It's just that's just the like harsh reality. It is sometimes. So yeah,
I agree.
cool, cool, cool. So
Like
oh yeah, go. You say something?
oh, I was just gonna say, I was like, yeah, like we're 100% like on the same page. Like I said, I really think that you described like basically taking one day at a time is like the way I feel live my life too.
Gotcha, gotcha. So okay, so we talked about like the future, right? And I'm down to I don't know how comfortable you guys are talking this with me or just on stream in general, but I want to talk about the past because I think who we are today. Like I said, it's a follow up to last week's podcast. Is um who what shaped you to be who you are today? And are there any like defining moments that you think you would want to maybe not change or potentially even just replay back so you can have those um relive those moments again? You know what I mean? Um, are there any moments like that that stick out to you that you would either want to change or just relive?
Mm, mm, I think I said earlier, man.
Just the school choice?
Yeah, the school is like a pretty big thing.
Yeah, man. There could have been a universe, a potential universe. You were my roommate.
Yeah, it could have been.
That would be crazy.
I know. We would have just been freaking roasting each other all the time.
Would have been a good time though, you know?
Hey, you're right. You're right. There isn't anything else that like sticks out in your mind, Kemp, other than the school decision.
Let me think about it a bit more, but like that is a big thing for me.
For sure. For sure. Kat, anything you got, or do you want me to go?
Um, you go first.
Okay.
Because I want to see what extent are we sharing. Like, what?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. No, that's fair. That's fair. I shall lead by example.
Exactly.
Right. 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 So, for me, I would say things that I would want to at least relive and like re-experience would probably be my middle school to high school. Like that's a huge range. That's 7 years, right?
Mhm.
But like middle school, I feel like I wouldn't say I had the right friend group, per se. I don't really talk to too many people from middle school now, and I realized um that I feel like if I made some other friends, I could have like experienced high school differently because I was pretty jaded in the sense that I was like bullied a little bit, not too bad, but like I did believe like, and I'll say this like a good amount of times that out of all my first 12 years of schooling, I would say middle school was probably the worst 3 years. And I feel
Yeah.
like, yeah, like Kemp, you've heard me say that before though, right? So, but
Yeah.
yeah, so it's like the reason why like I wouldn't want to relive that, but I would want to go back and change how I approached it. Like middle school, you're still a kid. You're barely in your teens, dude. You're freaking what, 10 to 13, 10 to 14-ish age range, at least here in the US. I don't know how it is in Canada. But
No
yeah.
school's optional here.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
like, I was like, I don't know what age this is.
Okay. So yeah, to like 10 to 14-ish. 10 to
Okay.
It's 3 years. Um and for me, the reason why I was like I would want to approach it differently is that I would just want to do me. Um, Middle school, I was going through that pubescent phase, whatever, of just being super cringe, and um, you
Did you have the
know,
Filipino swag jacket?
no, I had a Wow Weed jacket.
Oh no. It's just as bad, dude. It's just as bad.
No, but like, I feel like even if I were friends with some of the people who did have like the Filipino swag jacket, I think I would have been like better off than I was then, at least in my
Mm-hmm.
opinion. Because it's like, middle school, I dreaded some days. And I feel
Yeah.
like if I just met different people and I didn't stick myself to the same archetype of type of stereotypical person of being like that nerd who just always did nerd things and just didn't want to do different things. It's For me, anyways, I would want to approach that differently, and I think it would have helped my mindset be healthier in the long run. Because, like I said, middle school was like it made me very jaded going into high school,
Mm-hmm.
going into like trust issues and um, things like that. So, um, I think that's where I would want to start off, at least redoing things. Um, so yeah, yeah, yeah. I can't believe middle school is optional for you guys. How's that optional? I don't understand.
It just is. I remember someone leaving a grade 5 to go to middle school, and I was like, why? Like, it's just 2 more years in elementary, and then you go to high school.
Interesting.
Like, our elementary school would be like kindergarten to grade 7, and then high school would be 8 to 12.
Okay, I get that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
I guess. Huh. Ugh. I don't know how to, because I would say my experience was similar, except mine happened in the senior year of high school.
Mm.
And the thing is, I actually had zero control over this situation. So I don't know. Like, obviously, I wouldn't want to live it over again, but I think that I could have approached certain situations better, but I think, like, for what they were blaming me for, like this friend group that I was a part of at the time. Like, I was friends with these people since like grade 8 to 12. We were like close, and I thought they were like gonna be my best friends for the rest of my life, and like they were gonna be my bridesmaids, like all that type stuff, you know? Like, we were like, that's how close I felt to them. And then they did this whole 180 turnaround of like, yeah, actually we don't want you here. And I was like, oh, and I was like really confused and hurt about it. And I think I couldn't, like, it was just literally a situation I couldn't really control, because I did like the best of my ability to try and like talk them out. Like, the whole group mentality, like the whole mob mentality. So once everyone hates one person, like once one person hates that one person, like
Right, right, right,
everybody will
right.
just cling on. So they're not like making extra conflict in the group. So that's basically what happened with me. Because there were some people that just did not have a problem with me, and I was like, oh, okay. But like, obviously, we couldn't stay friends because they were part of that entire group,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So I I remember, like, I tried to reach out to them individually, like, and try and talk out like our issues and see like how I could be a better friend to them, and like I apologize for whatever I did do to them, like stuff that they would bring up from like grade 8, which I was like, oh, like, I wish you told me this sooner so I could have learned, you
Mm-hmm.
know? But I do think like maybe there would I wish that I guess I could have approached things differently. Like, I think that uh I don't know, like, it's just so hard. It was just a difficult situation where I was like, I wish I didn't say this or like vent out to my friends, but it's like they're your friends. You should be able to vent to them, you know?
Right.
So I think that I wished, at least for high school, was like had different friend groups almost. So that way the transition wasn't as awkward. Like, I don't know. But at the same time, it's like you want to create like close friendships and not be with just be yeah, I don't know how to describe
No,
that.
I get you. I get you. I think it's just like one of those like, like I said, it's because of who we are right now and the knowledge we have. It's a lot of it is just hindsight, you know. And then we would go
Yeah.
back. So I mean, like you said, like the situation's out of control. It's just a matter of like, I'm guessing this is what you're saying is basically just like how you approached and how you handled it on your end, anyways, right?
Wish that I wish I was just more accept or less um less hurt about the situation, I guess. So that way, like, because I did end up making friends near the end of this, like near like halfway throughout the year, like when the whole thing went down.
Right.
And I wish I put more effort into like getting to know these people instead of like dwelling on the fact that like, oh my god, all my friends hate me. And yeah. I
Got
wish
it.
I was able to build up my confidence again, because like, I think that
Mm.
whole situation, especially, like, that just, like, ruined that for me. Like, I'm the most insecure person I know.
Oh, okay.
That was because of what happened in your senior year.
Yeah, like, I always, like, question my, like, I guess, character. Like, I'm like, "Oh my god, what if I'm, like, not actually a likable person?" You know?
Oh,
Like, that stuff always hits me.
I feel that. I feel that. Like for me, like I said, trust issues. I had very struggling issues with confidence and just like making the decisions. I think that's for me. That's why I struggle with making decisions now. And I hesitate, but I feel like it's
Oh.
a different. Yours is a completely different thing in my opinion because yours like stemmed from like a mom mentality, and I was like, dude, that just sucks. That honestly just
Yeah.
sucks.
Like I just don't trust people, like period. That's I think my biggest thing is I can't trust people and like I just get scared for my own like if if I'm just a likable person, basically.
Right, right. Okay, gotcha. You got Terrifier in the chat saying they're trying to phase out middle school out in Canada. Wow.
Phase out, so like get rid of it completely.
Yeah, I guess
Oh.
according to Terrifier.
Well, it's kind
So
of pointless, is
th-
it
are
not?
they gonna have like a year break or something?
No, because
A year
you
break.
said no, because theirs is just elementary, which is K through 7, and then 8 through 12. There is no
Yeah,
middle. It's just
Yeah.
elementary to high.
Oh.
exactly.
Oh, then yeah. Wait, there's no point to middle school.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering, like, what really was even the point of middle school?
Yeah, like, no, wait, what is wait, what do you do in middle school then? Because if there's already 1 through 7 and then 8 through 12, what is up? What is middle school?
Oh, I think it's the same, so it would be like 5 to grade 8 is what middle school is?
Oh, okay. So they would like
Yeah.
be closer to what we do. Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly, but,
Okay.
like, it's not popular here, like, and every time I hear someone that went to middle school here, I'm like, "Really?
Wow.
Like, which one?"
Those still exist?
Yeah, for real, 'cause it's not yeah, like I said, it's not common here.
Right. Okay, okay. Camp, you got anything, or do you want me to go again?
No, you continue, dude.
Okay. Um, so similar to Cat's story is like the friend group. For me, it was like a separate story. This is like high school and college now. Separate, so a little bit older. For me is whether a friendship was worth having and putting effort into that friendship, and then not having those friends um, anymore for whatever reason, whether it was we just don't see each other and we just talked and we just don't talk to each other anymore, or there was like a falling out, or like an incident happened.
Mhm,
For like Kat, like you said, yours was more of like a group incident, right? Obviously, we don't have to get into too many details about that, but for me, since I didn't have like that big group mentality or group to hang out with in general, I would say. Outside of school, for me, it was mostly, like I said, on the individual level. And,
mhm,
you know, especially in college, I had a little before. I'm not going to say names, but I'm just going to go by gender. So she, we were, she was a real cool little, we talked a lot, and we hung out, and I think we were really cool. We were just a real nice person, and I just wanted to make sure that because they're younger than me, that I wanted to make sure that they're going to be doing okay throughout college. And then, you know,
wait, so you guys are both in college?
yeah. So
Okay,
I was like a second year, and my little was a freshman,
okay.
first year. So and then for me, you know, there were I think someone started saying rumors about like an incident that didn't happen. And I was just like, wait, where is this coming from? This did not happen. And if it and I think back to it, and I'm like, if something did happen, I think it was a huge misunderstanding, and then people just
Mhm,
started talking, and I'm just like, and I go, and I think back, and I'm like, I honestly don't think it was that bad. I think it was just people just misunderstanding because I just wanted to, um, I just wanted to, watch out for my little. So people took that the wrong way. And then I
mm,
go, if I could go back and change what what could have potentially sparked all these rumors and all these talks, I would go back, um, because it's like losing my little and like having her take their side of the story more so over mine because I did have zero. I wouldn't say, how do I say this? Like I didn't have the intent to hurt anyone,
yeah.
um, and I go back and I think, man, did I really mess that up? how did I mess that up? And then that was probably one of the few times where I had a real fallout between someone I cared about, and we
Mhm.
had um a friend breakup. Like I've never been in a
Yeah.
relationship. I've never been in like part of like an actual breakup, right? But like having my little no longer be my little anymore, right? And we're no longer friends. We don't want to talk, and then just not think like we would remove each other from social media, and it just was like, dude, that just hurts, man. That's yeah. Like X trace, like you said, like friend breakups are worse than real breakups. That felt like honestly
Agreed.
terrible. And like whenever I saw my little or ex little, I guess, or that friend around campus, like I just felt really really bad because it's like I knew I could have done better. Um I could have done things differently. And it took me over a full year to even get over that incident. And
Yeah.
it just sucked because for me it's like how do you lose someone you care about just like that. I would see signs, but then how was I gonna know to change my mentality just like that, and then overnight just like that you're not
Exactly.
like you're not friends anymore. You don't like they don't want to see you, and then it sucks.
It does. And I think a huge part of that is that I've brought this up a lot of times. I think in my stream and just in like my even my own Discord, like communication is so important. Like I think one of the biggest human flaws is that we don't communicate the actual issue with the person that we had the issue with.
Mm,
Does that make sense? Like,
got you.
instead of like communicating with the actual direct party, we get other people's insight and then we let that affect that or our mentality. So that just makes the situation even messier because you're also bringing in like other people's perspectives and you're bringing other people into the situation, like, I think this could have all just been avoided if you could directly contacted the person and actually hear their side, and like I get some people can like be manipulative or whatever,
Mm,
but I think that like if you've known the person for a long time and that's not that they are a good person, that one bad thing is probably not what they meant, you know?
right. And it just spreads to like a whole, just that spark leads to a whole wildfire of misunderstanding and misjudgment of like character and intention, just like, and then it gets spread off to other people, and then they start adding their narratives. Like
Exactly.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think it's just like I think it like stems mostly with people like being like insecure in general. So they look for like a space
Mm.
that
Hype them up. They need a hype
yeah,
man.
someone that someone that'll like take their side, even though like
Yeah,
they don't
they're in
need
the
that.
wrong sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't need that person. They to solve the problem. It's just they just want like they just want like what's that?
Reassurance.
Yeah. They want like reassurance.
This
Yeah.
actually reminds me a lot, like, honestly, a lot of those fucking Instagram pages about relationships, y'all need to chill. Like,
What do you
if
mean?
you're
Wait.
like, some people just, some people just their talk some posts, I guess, are actually toxic. Like, there's some
Oh.
Instagram posts where, like, the wording is like, "Oh, you like, if this partner did this, then, like, they don't actually love you, blah, blah, blah." Like, those types of posts, like
Oh wow.
do you know what I'm kinda referring to?
I, s-
Like,
I, start, I
I
sort of know what you mean, but I don't see those personally. But I know what you mean.
okay. Yeah, yeah, like, I don't know, they're kind of everywhere on social media, but yeah, like what Arson has said, like, every
Every
Tumblr black and
Tumblr
white
black and white.
relationship post. Dude, and they like, that messes with your mentality so much because now, like, instead of learning like, people just don't like learning, like or, like, being in the wrong. They just wanna be right all the time, I think, is a
Right.
huge thing. Like, ego is so real, you know? So, instead of, like, actually being the bigger person and be like, "You know what? This is actually wrong of me. I'm gonna apologize and, like, talk it out with this person, they're gonna be like, no, that person's a fucking dick, and I'm right, and we're not gonna be friends anymore. Period. Like that's
Right,
usually
right.
how it goes. There's no like hearing or any fairness in a lot of situations, just because people are so um caught up in their ego.
Right. And like just like how I said earlier with like the future thing where it's like, minimal effort, maximum gain or whatever. I think it goes back to the same thing. Like people want to see topics and they want to see the world simplified, so they put it like in black and white, right? So they can
Mm-hmm.
justify their decisions and justify their actions. Um I mean, that's how I see some people. Obviously not everyone's like that, but I know people that are like that are very simple-minded and just like try to make sense of everything even and like simplify it down to a point where it's not healthy. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so like I said, very few people are like that are still like around our age, but it still happens and people are still like that. That's just say human nature, but I think that's just a mentality issue that some people don't recognize, like you said. So
Yeah. I was actually like talking about this in my class earlier, but uh, or yesterday, was it 2 days ago? And we were talking about I think it's called existentialism therapy or whatever.
Cool.
And we wanted to talk about like a big major event, basically that was a turning point in our lives, uh, either for a good or bad thing. And like I basically said like, and we had to go into breakout rooms, and like chat it out.
right,
But one of the things that I highlighted was like, honestly, I think that everyone goes through the same struggles. It's just in different ways, basically. Like there's always going to be very similar scenarios that everyone, not maybe not everyone, but like you'll know you're not going to be the only person in the world that experienced that experience, if that makes sense.
right, okay.
And so people share like the same struggles just in different ways, if that makes sense.
No, that
But I
makes
don't
sense.
know. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because I feel like especially nowadays, people are able to share their stories on the internet, right? People
Mhm.
they're always going to be someone who relates to them, whether it's like I said, black and white, good or bad, whether the people just want to take their sides. But like you said, people aren't going to be alone in their struggles.
Yeah.
um yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why like when I'm going through like see now that I'm like after college, I want to segue into what I'm going through right now and the decisions that like I said I struggle with looking back in the past was how to make myself and others happy, because as an adult I feel like happiness is what we strive for, and I don't know what that means right now. I still
Mhm.
like people, I'll laugh and I'll smile and stuff like that, but it's very temporary in the sense that
Mhm.
I can live in the moment, but in the long run I still don't know what exactly makes me happy. And if like let's say recently as an example, um I was I thought I something happened that where I was just I was hurt by something, by an event. But then I go, am I gonna let that am I gonna let this one negative event affect me and outweigh the past couple years of actual happiness and me living in the moment? You know what I mean? It's like, how much do I weigh this negative moment right now because it feels so heavy to me compared to the lightness of all the good times, right? And that's
Mhm.
why that's other one of the reasons where I wanted to talk about like, do would I go back and do it all again? And that's where I question right now, because like I said, the reason why I want to bring up this topic is because I'm not at 100%. I don't know how long it'll be until I get back to that 100%. And I tell myself, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Would I go back? Do I regret anything that I did or I said? And going forward, now I'm going to be okay with living with that. Obviously, I think as time goes on, the more I'm going to be okay with it. But at this current moment, I look back at these times and these these memories from my perspective, and I go, I question a lot of I question a lot of what I did
Mhm.
and what I'm
Mhm.
currently doing. Um,
Ooh.
yeah, what's up?
Wait, when you say 100%, what do you mean by that?
So when I mean like 100%, right? That means like I'm able to do everything that I want, and you know, a- attain whatever happiness means to me. And for me, like my mind can be clouded, my heart feels heavy, and I don't know what I want to strive for. And like I can put, energy and effort into doing what I am doing right now, and that's fine. But if I'm not all mentally there, it's just, and I struggle with that. I wouldn't say every day. Obviously, there's some days where I'm completely fine, I'm not struggling, and but other days it'll weigh on me. And then obviously I'm just like I just talk and I just want to be. I don't know whether I want to be alone. I don't want to be. I don't know if I want to be supported. And like even those small daily decisions, I feel like I could regret and could have changed. It's like, look, I could have been more positive in the way I talked to someone on this specific day. Um,
Mhm.
so with that said, like obviously, like I don't want to be too negative about anything right now because, like I said, I want to continue to build like a positive community. That's why I want to talk about stuff like this because it's like I don't want in the long run, I don't want to regret things that I've done or I've said. But I think it's just in human nature because we are such social creatures that
Mhm.
that we look back on what we did. Um at least that's how I see things. That's how I see life. That we're constantly going to look back at who we are and what pushed us to be the people we are today. Um so I don't know about you guys, but like that's just like I said, like just for me personally, these are some of the constant thoughts that I think about, and more so than ever, I would say recently. So that's just what goes through my mind. And making sure that like not just myself being happy, but the people around me are enjoying, and try not to worry about me too much. But
Mhm.
I just want, like I said, I just want to be transparent to everyone that, if you're listening to this podcast, I don't want you guys think that I'm bullshitting or anything, right? Like I just want to be real with people who are listening, and you're not alone. Obviously, I'm able to support you if I can, and vice versa. If you're able to support me, I love you all to death. So, but I mean, for you guys, like I just want to put that out there. You guys can branch out to whatever you want, but I mean, Camp or Cat, that's just my that was the main point that I wanted to eventually got to, and I think I'm glad we got to that point that I was able to talk about it. But you guys have the floor for this, for now.
So for me, yeah, when you're talking about like 100%, I don't think it's like, I don't think it's like, I don't say impossible to like stay at 100% like constantly, because I think it's also in human nature to be like to want to strive for more, like
Mhm.
to like not be satisfied.
Right.
Like you see like the millionaires, billionaires out there, always want something more, you know.
Yeah.
Like even if you have like all this money, like money is like pretty important, but like it's not everything. Like
Mhm.
and people who are like they're not like they don't have like a lot of money, but they're very happy people because
Right.
they do what they want to do, you know.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So I think the idea of like 100%, it's like it it's not like it's not wrong to strive for it, but I don't think it's something that's like that's like easily kept.
Okay. It's not like you, at least in your opinion, you don't think it's like completely sustainable to be at the peak, your peak potential all the time.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean like it's different for
Mhm.
everyone, but it's just like like I think the fact that human nature, like you're gonna want more. Just not you're not always gonna be satisfied.
Right.
That's what I think.
Mhm. I think it goes back, or like it's like yin and yang, you know?
Right.
Like there needs to be balance. There there's nothing ever 100% because there has to be something opposite to that,
Yeah,
right? So
you're gonna have to
like
sacrifice something.
exactly. And
Yeah,
that's just kind of how it is. Like there's going to be days where you are happy, but and there's going to be days where you're sad, but you kind of have to embrace them both because that's how you know you're human, and that's how you can like experience either like emotion, like
Mhm.
especially like with happiness, like you would if you never experience sadness, you can never you can never appreciate real happiness.
Mm. I feel that. I feel that.
yeah. I don't think like a person is gonna be like happy throughout their entire life.
Hmm.
If the person is like happy throughout their entire life, like
Is that really
Good
that
on
much?
ya, but how? It's
Yeah,
not.
have
It's like it's not
yeah,
realistic.
yeah, like have they really been living if they haven't been like
Yeah, that's true.
Right. I think, yeah, I think maybe it's just because my mentality right now, like that's how I currently view things.
Mhm.
Because it's like I said, like I was having a good run for myself before, COVID hit and just like a couple things like that happened recently. But um, I think you just got to take the bad with the good with the bad, and that's why like even more so that's why I look back and like am I doing the right things? And I won't be able to tell if I'm doing the right things until it's down the line. Like for
Mhm.
me, like work, am I doing the right decisions? I got let go of a job, or I spent money on the wrong thing, and I realized, yeah, this was completely fine. I'm better off now than I was for sure before, but
Yeah.
it's just like I said, living in the moment. I don't know how to. Uh, that's why the future scares me.
Yeah, 100%. Like I think like how do you that's what I actually want to know is like how can you plan for yourself so far into the future when you don't even know what's going to happen the next day? Like
Right.
nothing is certain, man, and it's like for how do you plan for something certain when there is so much uncertainty, right? Like
Mhm. Mhm.
yeah, I think it'd be more weird if the person wasn't scared of the future.
mhm.
Because I mean, people in general, they're like scared of what they don't know, and then you don't know what the future is gonna hold for you. So like, why wouldn't you be like scared of that?
Gotcha. That makes sense. That makes sense for sure. So, okay. So then, oh, were you gonna say something?
No, no, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So for how do I say this? Let me gather up some thoughts real quick. um, I think you know I think for me, I think that's why I put checkpoints. Now that I'm realizing it, I think that's what I put checkpoints because it's like if I'm not able to at least have a bar set for myself, maybe that's why I don't think maybe I might not be progressing. I said like I have the sports car that I wanted recently. Like I've lost a bunch of weight, and I'm like super glad that I'm like able to see those results. And
Congratulations, by the way.
oh, thank you. Yeah. But just I think that's just how I at least cope with the future, even if I don't know what's going to be happening. Obviously, I can predict a few things here and there in the long run, but I don't know when it's going to happen. But for me, I think, like I said, checkpoints, just be able to see that there is change going on in my life, whether positive or negative, and be able to um, have something to show for it. Even if it's not just for the world, not for other people, but at least for myself, I have something to show for myself that I am changing. So I think
Mhm.
like I said, I'm just realizing this right now.
Aw.
So I'm just like, yeah, I don't know if it's a coping mechanism or something, but having these bars set and being able to attain them is, um, I'm glad that I've been able to reach these checkpoints and have these checkpoints so far. So yeah. Uh,
What's the next checkpoint there?
Dude, I don't know. I think next checkpoints, next checkpoint. I think next checkpoint's gonna be travel. I think, I think
So
it's
road trip to Canada?
it's either road trip to Canada or go to Japan. I think that's what I want to do right now. I didn't know how, because like I said, COVID. I don't think I push it back from 2021. I think it's gonna be 2022. But I'm down to go to Japan in 2021.
Mm.
I think I'm down to go to Japan, dude. So I don't know. I don't know yet. I think I need to explore and open my worldviews up some more. I think that's what I need. Um, and just appreciate life for what it is, and being stuck at home and being confined to what my our daily lives are right now. I think I need a new spark. I need a new uh push in a different direction just to see what I can appreciate differently.
Dude, Neron just wants to see his friends IRL.
Wait, don't you guys know each other in real life?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's different. It's still different. Lockdown is not the healthiest thing.
Okay. Yeah, that's
But
fair.
Neuron has to work even harder to pull me out of the house.
I used to be able to drag Kemp out of the house like at least once a month. Now it's once
Yeah.
every
3.
three.
Yeah, now I have a good excuse to stay at home.
That's fair, dude. That's fair. Like I said, I can't. I'm not gonna blame Kemp. I would have blamed Kemp, regularly, but like not right now. Not during this time. I can't. I can't. So I know people trying to be safe, and even though I try to hang out with people if I can on the safe side, even though that's not advised. But I know I'm taking risks, but I think for me it's just how I cope with things. So
That's fair.
Sometimes you
It's
gotta take risks to be happy.
yeah, dude, that's why I want to travel. Let's fucking travel, dude. Let's fucking travel.
I was like, yikes.
Yikes! 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 Yeah. I caught myself. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's. Yeah. What about you guys? It's like, do you like Kemp? You said you sort of do checkpoints. I mean, Kat, like, I don't know if we talked about like not just planning, but like coping with how you guys are how you're scared about the future. If you want to talk about that for a little bit.
Ooh. I don't.
You don't.
I deadass have a midlife crisis every month. I mean,
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, that's so bad. That's oh my god, I'm sorry.
I think
not even 30 yet.
I know. I have no, dude. I've been having a midlife crisis ever since I was like turned 19 because I was like, oh my god, I'm becoming an adult. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do with my life? You
Jeez.
know. And I think my coping mechanism is I get too involved with things. Like, so if anyone knew me pre-COVID, I was busy, busy bee. I was always volunteering. I was working. Honestly, it could honestly almost be full time. Like I would work a lot. I made sure I always had volunteer experience in like relevant fields that I would want to go into, and then I was still in school,
Mm-hmm.
and like, and then I still made the effort to like try and like put an effort into the friendships that like obviously the close ones. So I think like my coping mechanism there was just to like dip my toe in everything, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And try and secure a future for myself. But honestly, like I just noticed like or at least the things that I have gotten like involved in, like I wasn't happy with it. Like at least I know that I don't like those things and that's something I wouldn't want to continue for my future in the long run. But otherwise, like other futuristic things, I think I kind of uh I kind of just ignore it and just hope for the best, which is kind of a bad thing. Like I have savings at least, I got that going for me, but like investing in other long-term stuff, like
Oh, I
that
see.
is yeah, that is something that I struggle with because yeah, the future is scary.
Yeah, I need to invest into stocks soon. God damn it, I need to educate
Dude,
for the future.
literally
Like
same.
stocks.
I need to
Oh
educate myself.
god.
Oh god.
Oh god. We're just. Oh god. Oh no.
It's pain. You brought up stocks. I'm like, oh my god, don't remind me, dude. Like I remember I had a bank meeting or something. Like this is really embarrassing, but I'm gonna just say it anyway. So I had a bank meeting basically with the person that like helps me at the bank,
Okay.
and like she's someone I go to all the time financially, and she was suggesting that like I start investing into stocks, right? And we had literally had this like whole hour and a half meeting, and I was so overwhelmed that I just straight up cried in the middle of the office. And she was like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm just feeling really overwhelmed, and I can't do this." And then she's like, "Oh, okay. I guess we could talk about this like another time." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll contact you." It has been 2 years since that meeting happened,
Oh my
or maybe a
gosh.
year and a half.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Alright.
and I think that's like maybe my coping mechanism with like that type of future stuff. I just cry. That's what it is.
Just curl up. Oh god. It's
Yeah,
happening
oh
again.
God. Drive home and like curl up in my bed and just cry it out. Like that's how
That's
it
a good
is.
one. But like I said, let's take it one step at a time. Muffin Club redeemed hydrate. I'm gonna drink water. You guys should stay hydrated too.
Yeah, you're right. You're
All right, let's take
muffin
some water
fan.
real quick, guys. Okay. Thank you for that,
Thank you
Muffin.
for the hydrate.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was
Thank you.
very refreshing.
Very good. Very good. Um. So yeah, I mean, Kemp, anything? How do you cope with anything for the future?
Fuck, I just take it one step. I mean, yeah, just take it one step at a time. I don't like if something happens, it happens. Like the most I could do is like just deal with it. I just I think like I think that, like with life, like you can't really like you shouldn't expect things to go your way. Like the thing that you can do like the most is just to like try to stack the deck in your favor, and that by that I mean just like just be prepared.
Mm.
Be
Right. That's a good
prepared.
one.
Like don't be surprised when like something happens. Like when something bad happens, just like it happens.
Right. Right. Got it. Got it, dude.
Be safe, but like I mean like you just know that like if something happens, like for the most part, like you can't really do anything about it. Everything's gonna be hindsight at that
Yeah,
point.
Yeah. Just.
that's
Just
Mhm.
roll for another gotcha.
Yeah, just like roll the dice, hope you don't land the one.
yeah, that's true. I think again, this all relates to my all or nothing mentality, like or
Hmm.
personality, I should say. Like I was like reflecting on this, and I'm like, you know what? This actually relates back to that, and like,
Yeah, I mean, like honestly, like for me, if you have like a all or nothing mentality, I would think that you'd be like more prepared with these kind of things, and then like you wouldn't like freak out
I would
over stuff.
say no, but like it's like for the I sorry, I meant in terms of like how I get involved in things. Like I think I overwhelm myself a lot,
Mm,
so
Mm.
then everything just comes crashing down at one point. Like
mm,
I try to tackle too many things in one
right.
time. You know
Yeah.
Right.
what's
Okay.
actually crazy?
What's up?
Before COVID, so I like I said, I'm not a superstitious person, but listen, my friend knew how to do tarot cards, and I was like, hey, that seems like fun.
Okay.
Like, let's just do it.
Okay.
Um, and he did he did my reading, and it was like the thing is we're not close. Like we just know of each other because we were in the same club,
Mhm.
and his reading was super accurate. It was like, and one of the things was like talking about like my present, and I forgot what the card was, but basically meant that like it meant that I I was juggling a lot of things, and it was basically going to fail.
Okay.
Um,
Did you
yeah,
fail
and
though? Just kidding.
did I fail though? I think I failed in terms of like um putting enough effort into everything equally. Like the balance, I couldn't find it. So some things like I would have 100% of my like effort into, and the other thing would just have zero. So yeah, I failed at that point.
Terrifier. Damn, cats into astrology and tarot, but not superstitious, by the way.
Hey, I'm into it. Like I don't seek help for it. It falls into my lap, and I'm like, am I just gonna turn it away? No, I'm kind of curious.
I should just like throw you a very specific fortune cookie, and then you would. I feel like you would somehow interpret it into your life.
Yeah, no joke. That happened. I would be like, dude, no fucking way. This happened recently. Like,
Oh my
do you guys
gosh.
believe in signs? Yes or no? Like,
No.
really?
I
No.
mean, no. I mean, not really. Like, I do it to look at it for fun, but I don't really believe it. Like, I do it for fun. I don't. Like, yeah, I don't believe it.
You're never like, oh my god, that was kind of crazy. Like, no?
No.
Oh my God, your
Yes.
your your astrological element is air. Me too.
Okay,
Twinsies.
bitch, I'm not like that. Okay, that's a lie.
No, but
I,
like I don't do that.
at work, my coworkers are so into it. So one time they were like, they were guessing my astrology, and they were like, "I think you're a Leo," and I was so offended, and I was like, "A Leo?" First of all, absolutely not.
our sent this in the chat. You will meet someone today. Oh my God, what does it mean?
Well, what mean? It means you're gonna meet someone today.
It's like, yeah, I just met you right now. Like, what?
You will see someone important today. Looks in the mirror. Oh my God, he was right.
Straight up.
Straight up.
Today you will breathe. No way.
It knew.
Yeah, okay, I'm not that like.
I
super
know. We're just memeing you. We're memeing you.
I
You're
know, I
good. You're
know.
good. Anyways, I
Yeah,
think. Oh, go
I'm
ahead.
like I'm kind of like the person like if I see those kinds of signs and stuff, I'm just like I'm trying to like go against it.
It's like, Kemp, you will meet someone today. Bitch, I
Yeah,
won't. Stays in his room.
yeah, yeah, fuck that, dude.
Purposely go out of his way to be the anti-fortune.
Yeah, dude,
So you asked to go out with him? He's like, "Nah, man, my fortune told me I'm gonna meet someone today."
Sorry,
yeah, dude.
I can't fulfill this fortune anymore, guys. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
It's like your lucky numbers are like on a fortune cookie. It's like it has a 5 numbers, your lucky numbers, and Kemp goes, I ain't gonna do anything with involving these numbers anymore for the rest of the day.
Yeah, dude.
All right, so we've been on for a little over an hour and a half. I think this is a good point to wrap it up. Fortune cookies. I think we're in a good, not negative mood or laughing. I'm laughing. So
Yeah, this is great.
this is good. So, like I said, I just want to thank everyone. Thanks, Kat, for being here. I know it's been a long time since it's been a podcast. Thanks for coming back.
Of course, it was lots of fun. I missed this.
Yeah. Thank you for everyone in the chat. Arcentis, Terrifier, Muffin Club. Who else was here today? X Trace,
Trace,
Sashi K. All y'all people coming from Cat Stream. Thank you for stopping by.
the lurkers. Don't forget the lurkers.
See Reborn Camp. Thanks you for being in the chat. Thank you everyone for being everyone listening. If you are watching on YouTube, like I said, this will be on YouTube. I'm gonna upload this hopefully tonight. It'll be uploaded by tomorrow morning. Check me out on YouTube. I am Neon Gaming, same thing as it is on Twitch with the underscores. So go ahead and check me out. All my other podcast episodes should be on there. So with that, Kemp, Kat, you guys have any final words, final messages for anyone watching regarding the tonight's topic or anything else? Floor's yours.
I would say have no regrets.
No
Have no
regrets.
regrets.
Where's the meme?
No
Where's no
regrets.
regrets?
I think you have to accept the person for who you are. You know. Period, and make sure that you like yourself though.
Ooh,
For
that's
the
a good
most
one.
part, like if you're feeling like you actually don't like yourself and you actually want to change as a person, like I think that's a sign, not superstitious or anything, but you know.
Not
That's my
super.
2 cents.
Okay, cool. Kemp.
Yeah, my thing is don't be superstitious. It's just gonna hold you back, alright? Yeah, don't be superstitious. It's just you're gonna be like Neuron and like hesitate on everything.
I'm not superstitious. I just hesitate. Period.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
just
a different
don't be like
problem.
me. Don't hesitate
That's
as much
a
as I
me
do.
thing. That's just a
Yeah,
me.
That's
it's
just
just
a
a different.
well. We talked about this. It's not just a me thing. Other people have the. You're not alone. If there's anything we
You're never
learned,
alone in
you're
your
never
struggles.
alone in your struggles. You're never alone in your struggles, everyone. So yeah, Kemp. Anything else? Is that it?
Dude, Genshin 1.1, man, let's go.
This guy's been saying that for like 3 weeks. Genshin 1.1. Play with your boy, dude. What are you? AR 40? What now?
44. I'm about to be 45 in like a few days.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. Watch your boy. Watch him roll for the things he wants in 1.1.
Yeah, boy, let's go.
Nice. Anyways, like I said, thank you everyone for tuning in tonight's stream. Well, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you for everything, for watching through the whole thing. yeah, with that said, my final message, like I said, um, be safe, everyone. Make good life decisions. I love y'all faces. Stealing that from Philip DeFranco, but yeah, love yourselves, and remember, you're not alone. And y'all have a wonderful night. All right, you have a good one, and thanks for stopping by. Peace.
Good night.